They matter because our children are our most precious legacy. And if we can't help our children in the most traumatic of situations, it seems to me that we failed.
You know, keeping your kids safe and talking about body boundaries is so hard to navigate sometimes, but we hope we're going to make things a little bit easier today. We have got the author of this amazing book, My Body's Just For Me. Yoshi Shiraki is here, and also we have Susanna Mitchell from the Children's Justice Center here as well, and we're going to talk about keeping our kids safe. But I want to talk about the book, first of all, because you're talking about body boundaries with kiddos.
It's a very tricky topic.
How did you come up with this book idea?
Yeah, great question. So it was actually my mother's idea, and it was inspired because my sister was the first one to have a child. There was just two of us, and so my mom became a grandma, and she thought, you know what, I want to teach Delaney how to protect herself, how to keep herself safe, and it was such a tricky topic that she was like, how can we do this? So she actually asked me and my sister to go to Barnes & Noble to buy a book. She thought, well, let's get a book, and there wasn't any at the time. And so then she says, well, let's just write one. And so we literally wrote it, printed it out on paper, stapled it. My wife did the illustrations.
Oh, my word.
And then a lot of my mother's friends were like, Eva, this needs to be more than just for Delaney. You've got to publish this. And so we seek the help of Richard Paul Evans, who graciously helped us in getting the book published.
I love it. The illustrations are so beautiful, and the content is wonderful, and it's easy for kids and parents alike to understand.
Yes.
Have you found this to be a good icebreaker?
A phenomenal icebreaker, yes. We get so much feedback saying, you know, thank you for creating such an easy way to break the ice of such a tricky topic.
It really is a tricky topic.
Yes.
So once you've talked about those body boundaries and you're having those conversations with your kids, there's a lot more that parents need to be doing as well. And there's a website that people can go to help try to find child predators in the neighborhood.
Absolutely. There's a website called familywatchdog.us, and I've printed out a map here. I did a search for Salt Lake County for registered sex offenders, and as you can see, the map is covered with lots of dots, which is not a good thing. I actually did a search for the neighborhood I currently live in, the neighborhood I grew up in, the neighborhood my parents live in, and you know, it was unfortunately, I went to school with somebody who's a registered sex offender, somebody I personally know. It's kind of a big shock when you realize, holy crap, it's so close to home.
It really
I
is.
know this person.
So that's a great website that people can get involved with. Again, that is protectourangels.com, and right there, that Family Watchdog website. It's familywatchdog.us. That can help you out.
Yes.
Now, let's switch over to, what are you looking for? What signs are you looking for if you suspect someone is being abused?
Sometimes there's no signs at all. So children can wait months or years before they decide to trust someone with something that was really sensitive. They're embarrassed, they're overwhelmed, they blame themselves. We want parents and children to know, ages 17 and under, that there's a caring place with people who can help them through this process, and it's the Children's Justice Center. And we have Children's Justice Centers all over the state of Utah ready to help children through this process.
I can attest to this. I've had an experience with the Children's Justice Center, and you are miracle workers. You are so beautiful and friendly and kind, and there's so many great resources. It really is a valuable resource for parents that I don't know a lot of people realize that they can reach out to you just off the street, give you a call.
And we really encourage people to call if they're not sure and they suspect something's happened. Maybe they notice symptoms in their children. You know, maybe their child is now withdrawn or fearful of someone or has been dropping hints. You know, if you're not sure, call us. We can actually guide you. And it's amazing the beautiful messages we get from children after they've been to our program. It's just a short visit, but they really are grateful that somebody listened to them, supported them, and made them feel important.
So we get the resources in addition to that, right? So they have somebody who's listening to them, and then what other resources are available to parents through the Children's Justice Center?
We actually know how to guide parents to find a therapist that's specialized in understanding trauma or specific circumstances of child abuse. So we really want to tailor the care for the family based on what their individual needs are and make it accessible for them them inconvenient.
I love it. Suzanne and Yoshi, you guys are making things so easy. First of all, we're talking about the body boundaries, so that's the first line of defense.
Yes.
And then if you suspect something may be happening based on these conversations, the Children's Justice Center is a wonderful place. So Yoshi's information and the Children's Justice Center right there on your screen, protectourangels.com and the CJCSLC.org. Thank you, Yoshi and
Thank you.
Suzanne. Let's head over to